New Year's. Now it's time to get moving on our New Year's resolutions and goals and talk about them. I would like to take any questions. Hang on, let's say hi to everybody on Snapchat too. Hey! That way, if you have anything that you would like to discuss, you can let me know. And until you do, I'm going to take the time to do a little bit of stretching and push this down. There we go. So that I have the ability just to make sure you guys can see me. So, until we have some people actually get online, we're just going to do some stretching and get comfy, cozy, and open up the curtains back over on the other side. There we go. That's better. Get a little bit of that. Actually, this is my better side. The left side's better than the right side. Don't know if anybody's ever noticed, but if you took both sides of your face and you separated them, you know, on a digital picture, and then put both sides of your face together so that your left side mirrored both, you completely two different people based on the sides of your face. You do not look the same both ways. It's really interesting. You can, I think there's a way to do that online. So we're going to be talking about New Year's resolutions, you guys. Until then, I'm just going to do a bit of stretching until I have some folks online joining me and talking about the new year. Remember, the goals for this year should be already have been set. So hang on, let's wait for some folks to join us and grab a beverage in the meantime. You guys hang tight, don't move. I'll be right back. I'll be right there. Yeah. That's better. Anybody on yet? Where's all the monkeys? We don't want to be throwing the laptop off of the table. Let's fix this before we have anybody jump on and go, "Hey, Fischl, what the heck are you doing?" Just throwing my laptop around, that's all. Where is everybody? Let's see, who's going to ask me some questions today? Hit me up, hit me up. All right, you guys. Who wants to know about losing weight and getting in shape? Quitting smoking. All the fun things. You going to come up here and join me, you guys? Oh, there's Zachary. I'm waiting. Let's go, you guys. Zeke, you want to come up? Come here. Pick you up. Let's go. Well, I'm going to get started because this is going into Tumblr and YouTube anyway, so anybody can go back and review this later. 2018 has arrived. That means a time to set up goals, to literally set yourself up in a situation where you're going to be a healthier person in 2018. The objective, obviously, when you make a New Year's resolution, is to make something that's going to improve you. Mentally, physically, jobs, spiritually, however, the objective obviously is to improve what you're doing. Improve the way that you do things as well. The most important thing that I can see is setting goals that are going to actually be achievable. Setting a resolution or a personal goal that something that you're not going to achieve, it's not going to really do you much good. So let's get a few folks going on here first. We should have some folks going any moment now, hopefully. And then we can get some questions answered. Who's online? Anybody online yet? Come on, hit me up. Hit me up. Waiting for folks to join me. Who's going to join me? Anybody? Come on, let's go. Ask me some questions. Let's go, gang. Let's put something on the chat screen while we're at it. Let's put a question up for anybody who joins us when they are ready. Who has a All right, well, I'm just going to get busy on it myself then. Let's wait for you guys to come join me here shortly. We shall see who joins us and who doesn't. If we don't get anybody on board, then I'll just keep on doing the stuff myself. Ain't no biggie to me, y'all. Mm-hmm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anybody that would like to do some stretching can certainly get up and join me. I highly recommend, especially if you sit for a living. You want to get off your tushy every 30 minutes and do a little bit of stretching. Anytime you're sedentary for any length of time, it's not good for you. If one of your New Year's resolutions is to get in shape, one of the best things you can do is to set a timer, especially if you sit on the job. So at least every 30 minutes you're getting up and you're moving, you're stretching. If you sit on the job for anywhere, sit on the job, or you just sit at home, if you're sedentary for any length of time, not only can it help you gain weight, it can also do damage to your lower back. It can actually create lordosis, which is sway back in humans. I know when I was 250 plus pounds and sitting in computer technology for 25 years, I got pretty darn heavy. So the only way I was able to get rid of it was to stop being so sedentary. So we're going to be talking about New Year's resolutions and goals. If you have a New Year's resolution you'd like to discuss, if you'd like some input from a personal trainer on how you may attain your New Year's goals, or if you haven't met or made any New Year's goals yet and you'd like to make some, I'll help you make some smart ones. You know, a smart goal is pretty simple. It's specific. It's measurable. It's attainable. It's relevant to what you want to do, and it's time bound. That means whatever you're doing, it's got a limit. You know, let's take a specific. You want to lose 20 pounds. So that's pretty darn specific. Instead of just saying, I want to lose weight, you say, I want to lose 20 pounds. So one, you hit the specific. Measurable. Obviously, that's a measure, 20 pounds. If you just said, I want to lose weight, that's not measurable. So 20 pounds is specific, it's measurable. Attainable. Well, that all depends on the time frame that you're talking about. So we'll get back to the attainable after we get to the time bound. Is it relevant? You want to lose weight, you want to lose 20 pounds, that's a very relevant goal. Time bound is very, very simple. That just means that you put a limit on the amount of time you're going to put into that specific goal. So you want to lose 20 pounds. I don't recommend losing more than a pound or two per week. Anything more than that is not really healthy, especially if you want to have long-term weight loss. I'm not talking about diet plans and fixes and, you know, buying into these, you know, fads that you see on television all the time. We're talking long-term lifestyle change, something that's going to be permanent, so that you're not doing a yo-yo, gain the weight, lose the weight, gain the weight, lose the weight. The objective, as far as my clients are concerned, as a personal trainer and health coach, is to make my clients their own personal trainers, make them their own health coach, so that they can take control of what's going on in their life with their diet, their nutrition, their exercise, the whole ball of wax. A health coach, which is my main certification on top of my personal trainer, gives me the scope to cover everything, from what's going in your body to how you're taking care of your body. I work with all of the medical numbers that you work with your doctor, as far as your weight, you know, height, weight. Your body mass index is more important to me than your weight. I'd like to know your BMI. What are your blood sugars? How's your cholesterol? How's your blood pressure? Do you know your resting heart rate? If you don't know your resting heart rate, you should. If you don't know what your last A1C is, you should. You should absolutely know whether or not you're on blood pressure, if you have blood pressure issues, if you have any issues with high cholesterol, how are your lipids, how are your triglycerides. You need to know all of these numbers. These numbers are important for maintaining and being a healthy person. And all of these numbers are easily attainable with a lab, a general lab work that you do with your annual physical with your doctor. So I'm here today because it's the beginning of 2018. I already have my goals made. I know what my goals are, and they're SMART goals. I've got very specific goals for this year. I've got short-term goals. I've got long-term goals. I have goals just for this month. I have goals for the entire year. Have you set any goals yet? Do you have any goals? I see we have a few folks joining us. Hit me up if you have any questions. Like I say, I'm a certified personal trainer and health coach. So if you have any questions regarding anything that you have that you want to improve on this year, you want to quit smoking, I'll help you do that for free. You want to lose weight, you want to get in shape. Have you been hit with type 2 diabetes? If you've been hit with type 2 diabetes, you need to start taking control of your health immediately. Right now, out of 330 million Americans, there are 70 million pre-diabetics. That means 70 million people are right on the line. They could become full-blown diabetic, like me. I have type 2 diabetes, take 2 kinds of medication for it, and will the rest of my life. But these pre-diabetics, the people who are right on the line, they have the ability to get off. For me, that's the low-hanging fruit. As a personal trainer health coach, those are the folks that I can help the fastest. 10%. 10% of your body weight. If you are overweight, I don't care how much you're overweight, you take off 10%, that's immediately going to make changes to your endocrine system. That's going to take pressure off your pancreas. You're not going to have to create so much insulin. It's going to take pressure off of your heart. Right now, if you are overweight or obese, and remember, 2/3 of us are, and I still look at myself as one of those people. I was. This was down 50 pounds from where I started. Kind of shiny, but that's 50 pounds down from 250. This is about 205 in 2010. So fairly recent, only 8 years ago. But 2005, I was 252 pounds. 50 pounds heavier than that. And in year 31 of smoking cigarettes, about a pack a day, Camel filters. So I didn't do myself any favors. And I got nice and heavy smoking cigarettes and got hit with type 2 diabetes. And had to take control of that as well. Right now, like I say, 2/3 of America is either overweight or obese. 1 out of 5 Americans nearly has diabetes. That's a scary number. And pre-diabetes, I should say. There's only 30 million Americans out of 330 million who have been diagnosed with diabetes. I'm one of those. And a real scary number is 1/3 of that 30 million, almost 10 million, who have already been diagnosed, aren't being treated. So that means that you can start looking at toes and fingers that you don't like because they're eventually going to get chopped off. Diabetic neuropathy is nothing to mess with. You can lose your vision. Retinal neuropathy, the nerves in the back of the eyes begin to die, and eventually you go blind. And in the long run, when everything gives up and you have full body neuropathy, you're dead. So if you're one of those folks right now who may be right on the line with prediabetes, right on the line of getting full-blown type 2, take control. Make those changes. It's fairly simple. You want me to do it? Easy. personaltrainingwithbrad.com. Go there right now. You can sign up. In fact, if you put in the notes, YouNow, you'll get your first hour for free. If you want to quit smoking, I'll do that for free. You can email me at pushingdoublenickels@yahoo.com or you go over to the Personal Trainer with Brad, Personal Training with Brad website and leave me a note. You cannot even get close to start getting your health in order if you're still smoking. If you're still a cigarette smoker, and there's out of 330 million Americans, 45 million Americans are still smoking. So you cannot get your health in order, not even close to start getting your health in order if you still smoke cigarettes. Take it from a 30-year cigarette smoker. I had my last cigarette July 15, 2005. I have not had one since. And that was my first attempt to quit smoking. I quit smoking the first try. How? Planning. One thing that I've learned, if you're going to do something, do it right the first time. If you're going to do something, why waste your time going back to do it all over again? The same thing with losing weight. And the yo-yo theory, and I did it once. I bounced. I went from 200 something down to 75, and then over a 90-day period, I let myself go. And this is long before I became a personal trainer, and et cetera, et cetera. But it was right around 2010. I let myself go for about 90 days over the holidays and put on 30 pounds. How? That's pretty darn simple. Every 3,500 calories that you consume, that you do not burn, turns into 1 pound of fat. Let me repeat that. Every 3,500 calories that you eat, drink, however, goes into your body, every 3,500 calories that you consume but do not burn turns into 1 pound of fat. It's very easy to put on weight when you're not watching your diet. And I don't care about as much what you eat initially as the portion sizes. For me, how much you eat is going to make a bigger difference initially, especially if you're trying to lose weight. Figuring out your BMI, what your body mass index is right now, is a simple formula. Your height by your weight. You can pull it up on any, Google any site right now. Just put in body mass index or BMI scale, and it will take you to a little chart, and you look at your height, and you look at your weight, and you look in the middle, takes you over the middle, and it'll tell you what your body mass index is. To me, as a personal trainer and health coach, I am much more concerned about your BMI. Your weight, yes, that's important, but your body mass index is going to tell me if your overall body is in the healthy range. For instance, when I was 252 pounds in 2005, and that's 110 pounds more than I am now. I'm actually 142 on the scale as of this morning with about 6% body fat. Not bad for 58, soon to be 59. Considering at 45, I was 252 pounds and my BMI was 38. That means that I was clinically obese. I wasn't just overweight, I was obese. Where's my scary picture? I have my scary picture around here somewhere of my driver's license picture from 2004. Anyhow, the objective is, when you're setting New Year's goals, to make them SMART goals. If you have a resolution to lose weight, if you've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, or your doctor says you're pre-diabetic, and that's a simple way to figure out. You just get your labs done with a full metabolic panel, including your A1C. When you do your annual checkup with your doctor, you're going to talk about all the numbers that I'm concerned about as well. And I work with people's physicians. I am fully HIPAA certified as an ACE certified personal trainer and health coach. We are fully HIPAA compliant. In fact, we are the only certified personal trainers out there of all the certifications, the only certified personal trainers that are under HIPAA regulation, like doctors, nurses, as far as maintaining and preserving all conversations, all records, everything. There's privacy between me and my clients, second to none. If they want me to work with their primary care doctor as well, they want me to work with their physician, say their physician has told them, you need to lose weight, right? I'm going to be asking them more questions. I want to know all the numbers. What their body mass index is, I can figure out. I want to know if they have high blood pressure. Are they dealing with cholesterol issues? I want to know what their blood sugars are. What is your A1C? And what is your resting heart rate? If you don't know what your resting heart rate is, you need to find out. That is a key indicator of how healthy your heart is. The average resting heart rate can be anywhere between 60 and 100 beats a minute. So don't think that if you're at 80 or 75 or whatever, that you're not normal. You can have a normal resting heart rate between 60 and 100 beats a minute. The objective is to get down as close to the 60 or lower. My current resting heart rate is just below 60 at 58. My goal, personal goal for resting heart rate this year, is to get me back down to 55, where I was. I've been a little bit remiss in keeping my heart rate a little bit lower in 2017, and I did not hit my goal is what I wanted to do for resting heart rate, so I'm redoubling my efforts this year. Any questions you guys have for me, hit me up, literally. I cover 80 different chapters in my book. In fact, for you guys, anybody that sends me an email, I'll send you the ebook for free. You know, literally, the first chapter in here is how to quit smoking. Second chapter in here is how I lost weight, walked it off naturally. No surgery, no diet plans, no programs. You know, making the lifestyle changes that are necessary. And on my website, you'll see one of the main things that I have that I want to offer everybody is a healthy living plan. But if you go to Pushing Double Nickels, let me get a little closer here. pushingdoublenickels@yahoo.com. Just send me an email, and I will go ahead and send you the ebook for free. And if you guys, anybody buys a copy on Amazon or send me a note, you can buy a copy from me directly. I'll sign it and send it to you. Yeah, it's a unique gift, to say the least. So hit me up, you guys. Challenge me. Hit me with a question. What do you want to know? Have you set your New Year's resolutions? Anybody set their New Year's resolutions? Who wants to lose weight? 330 million Americans, 200 plus are currently either overweight or obese. So I certainly hope to God that somebody out there is ready to get off their duffs and lose some weight this year. One of the main things for being a happy person is being a healthy person. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything, as they say. So hit me up. Questions. What do you want to know? How about, Brad, how did you get rid of 110 pounds? That's a good question to ask. Or what do I do if I've been hit with type 2 diabetes? Or my doctor tells me I have pre-diabetes. What can I do? What do you do as a personal trainer and health coach? Let's discuss that. One of the first things that I do when I'm taking on a new client as a personal trainer or health coach, one of the first things I do is to discuss with them their current diet. In fact, I have them take a 1-week diet diary, literally, and I have them fill out everything on there. I want to know
what you ate. I want to know what time you ate it. I want to know how much, the portion size. Did you slice a pizza or did you eat the whole damn thing? I want to know, was it something made at home or was it something you purchased? Did it something that came in a package? Does it say craft on it somewhere? So I want to know what kind of food you ate, who made it, how it was made, how much you ate, what time you ate it, and this is really important, I want to know why you ate it or drank it. If you hit Starbucks and got a latte, whatever. I want to know what you were thinking when that food went across your lips. Because not everybody eats out of hunger. In fact, there's an awful lot of folks out there who eat when they have absolutely no need to eat. It can be an emotional thing. There can be multiple reasons why people eat when they don't have a need to eat. And as a result, and take it from a guy who got up to 250 pounds, right, it's very easy. In 2005, still in the computer industry, I put 25 years in information technology, so I would spend my days working on the computer or driving out somewhere in LA traffic to go for a meeting about working on the computer. Mostly computer training is what I did for most of my 25 years. But I'd sit all day long. I was sedentary. And I'd get home at night, hi to the wife, kids, and then I'd get right back on the computer again and again. Spend 4, 5, 6 hours sitting, working on a computer. Doesn't really matter why you're sitting. If you're sedentary, if you're sitting all the time, it's gonna come back to you. Lordosis is one of the 3 main things that we deal with as far as back issues, congenital back issues. Everybody is familiar with the scoliosis, the curvature of the spine. It can either go in an S or a C. I have a very slight C curve. There's also kyphosis or hunchback, like Hunchback of Notre Dame. You see the humps. That's another one. And then lordosis, and you can compare this very much to sway back in a horse. Right? Like an old nag, if you see a very old horse, it's got the curve in its back. Humans get the same thing in our lumbar. It's called lordosis. If you sit for long periods of time and you put on extra weight like I did, you're putting a lot of pressure on your lumbar. I mean, besides what you're doing to your tailbone, your coccyx, and your 2 butt bones, that's going to get injured as well. Take it from someone who knows. So the objective in 2018, if you're going to set resolutions, let's make sure that they're going to be ones that you can keep. Right? If you're going to set goals, let's make sure they're ones that you're going to stick with. I mean, there's absolutely no sense in saying you're going to do something for yourself, to improve yourself, your physical health, your mental health, your financial health. You want to get a new job, your emotional health. You want to get a new relationship, or you want to improve the one you're in. You want to set goals. And setting just a general goal is not going to get you anywhere. You've got to set SMART goals. Right? And let me repeat again what SMART goals are, because without SMART goals, you're really not going to get anywhere. Let me check, see if anybody's hit me up with a challenging question here yet. So I don't want to ignore you guys. If I fan you, would you fan me back? Well, sure, why not? I try and fan whoever fans me, you guys. So I would appreciate any fans who want to fan me up. And remember, I'm also available now on my new website, Personal Training with Brad. Very easy, Personal Training with Brad. That way it's easy to remember if you want to lose weight, get in shape. Being healthy is a fairly simple formula, you guys. As an A-certified health coach, proof. A-certified health coach. My job, obviously, is to coach people in being more healthy. Now, what gives me the advantage over all these 20 and 30-something personal trainers and health coaches is I was already unhealthy. I've already been there. I was 252 pounds 13 years ago and smoking cigarettes, pack a day, for almost 31 years. So I didn't do myself any favors. When I was 45, and they hit me with type 2 diabetes after getting all these weird symptoms, and I do mean they were weird. If anybody is having any symptoms like this, extreme thirst, no matter what you drink, it just isn't enough. You're just totally thirsty all the time, right? That's one of the key indicator you may have pre-diabetes or full-blown type 2 diabetes. If your vision improves for some reason, or your prescriptions, before I had laser eye surgery, I had contact lenses and glasses, and if your vision improves for some reason, you better get your first get your eyes checked like I did, and then you better get your A1C and blood sugars checked at your doctor, because you're probably dealing with either pre-diabetes or full-blown diabetes. But in 2005, at 252 pounds, I didn't do myself any favors, especially at a 31-year smoker. I had to figure out at that point, right, how to not start losing toes and fingers, how to keep my vision. Because when type 2 diabetes goes untreated, it will kill you eventually. First, you'll start losing things, toes, fingers, your eyesight, and eventually it will kill you. So I decided, at 45 and 252 pounds and still smoking, that I had to make some changes. I was very lucky and able to fall back on my Marine Corps boot camp training to kick my own butt into gear and start doing what I needed to do to get myself healthy. Unfortunately, I was not able to reverse the damage that I'd already done to my pancreas. Too many years, too much damage. I will be on type 2 diabetes medication the rest of my life. But one of my goals is to help as many of those 70 million pre-diabetics out there, and I'm sure there's probably a couple of you watching. You need to lose some weight. 10% is going to help you come off of that list. Scary numbers, I know. 330 million Americans, 200 million of us are either overweight or obese. I know, I was in there. And 70 million of us are pre-diabetic. That means right on the line. That means that you're right on the edge. You can get rid of it. You can stop it in its tracks if you choose. 10%, that's all I ask. If you can take off just 10% of your body weight, and it's not even a matter of if, I know you can. If this old computer information technology couch potato can walk off 110 pounds and keep it off, I'm in year 13. I didn't lose it all in the first year. It was a little slow progression over time. And as you can see, even in 2010, I was only about halfway to my current goal. At 205 pounds there, and I'm 142 pounds now, obviously I was still in the effort at the time. I didn't even become a certified personal trainer until 2016. So I've only been a personal trainer since age 56. Health coach, same year, 6 months later. That was the goal. For me, health coach is exactly what I do, because I will help you become healthier. The objective is not just getting in shape. The objective is to make lifestyle changes that you're going to stick with, that you're going to like, that you're going to be able to do for the rest of your life. As my goal and my success as a personal trainer is to make you your own personal trainer, to make you your own health coach, so that that's built into your head. Sure, I'll put you through my, Brad boot camp, no problem. I'll yell at you all you want. You'll pay me for it. But the objective is to get you to the point where you don't need me anymore, where you're attaining the goals to be healthy that you need. Hit me up with questions, you guys. That's what I'm here for. Remember, my website is up and running. So if anybody wants to sign up for a session, just go hit me up at Personal Training with Brad. Anybody out here want to quit smoking? Any of you guys still smokers? Cigarette smokers? That I'm helping free. No way you're going to get your health in order if you still smoke cigarettes. Now, I'm not talking about pot. I personally smoke it myself. I support it entirely. For me, the use of medical marijuana, I have a medical marijuana card, even though it's now legal here in the state of California. But I use it so I don't have to take as much pain meds. I know I don't look like it, but they put me on permanent and severe disability due to my back issues. That took me out of my computer career. Sitting around on my butt for 2.5 decades did not do me any good. In fact, now I constantly tell people, if you sit on the job, if you sit all the time, don't. Get off your butt at least every 30 minutes. Get one of those stand-up desks. I was one of those guys way back when, using the boxes to raise all of my stuff so I could stand up and work. I've got a picture of it, and funny enough, me working on my computer with boxes. Now they have the Veridesk and a few others that I've seen that allow you to work while standing or go back down. The objective is being sedentary is going to kill you. Not right away, but step by step by step by step. And remember, if you're heavy, if you're overweight, or like I was, obese, you can lose that weight. But don't look for short-term fixes. Don't sign up for these stupid diet programs, for these diet plans. What you need is long-term lifestyle change. You have to have permanent changes in how you do things. The formula is pretty easy. 75% of your attention should go to what goes in your body. Being healthy is 75% your diet, 25% your activities, your exercise. 75, 25. The CDC and all normal personal trainers recommend, if you're already healthy, if all your numbers are already good, your BMI is where it should be, you should be doing at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise 5 times a week. So that's 150 minutes a week of doing something. I power walk. I go at about 4 miles an hour, and I wear the shoes that put the extra effort into my core. But find something you like. I mean, that's the objective. If you're not doing something you like, you're not going to keep doing it, and therefore you're going to find reasons not to do it. And therefore, the goal to get in shape or lose weight is not going to be achieved. So let me again talk to you guys real quickly about goal setting and how to make sure that the goals you set are going to be ones that you can achieve. Questions first before I get back into this? You guys are being too easy on me today. Come on, hit me up. Challenge me. I dare you. Hey, that sun's pretty bright, huh? Oh my God, probably scary. This whole face looking at you that close. Anyhow, I just got the website up and running. Personal Training with Brad. Again, that's Personal Training with Brad. Go over, have a look. Let me know what you guys think. Just got it published yesterday because my goal this year, I want to help people quit smoking for free. Again, I did it last year. I'm doing it again this year. You smoke cigarettes, I will help you get rid of them for free. You want to lose weight, you want to get in shape, you want to talk nutrition, you want to do anything else that's going to help get you more balanced, and you want me to turn you into your own personal trainer, I'll do it. Let's figure out a time we can talk online on Skype. We can email, we can text. First thing is to reach out to me on my website, Personal Training with Brad. Again, Personal Training with Brad, pretty simple.com. Just reach out to me or just send me an email at pushingdoublenickels@yahoo.com. Especially if you want to quit smoking. You want to quit smoking for free, I will help you quit smoking cigarettes. We'll put together a 30, 60, 90-day plan so that at the end of the 90 days, you will be rid of those cigarettes. Once and for all, that monkey will be off your back. Like I said, there's no way that you can start getting healthy. No way you can begin getting healthy if you're still smoking cigarettes. And I know you're out there. Now, I was one for 31 years. I remember. I can still remember. Now, just the smell. But it's been, it'll be 13 years this July since I had my last cigarette. So my lungs and my smelling and my taste are all back to where they should be. But I will help you. You want to quit smoking? I'll help you free. And anybody that wants a ebook of Pushing Double Nickels, again, yes, a shameless plug, here we go. But my goal when I published this was to help people. Because they stuck me on disability. I didn't want to go out on disability. I loved my career in computers. But sitting around all day and driving around to meetings where I was sitting around all day, it was killing me. So I had to make some changes. I literally had to make some changes. And I can help you make those changes because I've already been there. I have the been there, done that under my belt. You know, there's a lot of folks out there who need to lose weight and want to lose weight. But you don't want to walk into one of these health clubs with those nothing personal 20-something personal trainers who don't have the faintest clue what you're dealing with. You know, I've been there. I know what it feels like to look like that. In part of me is always going to have that. I'm always going to feel like Big Brad. You know, I'm always going to feel like that 252-pound person part of me because I know I could easily get back there. You know, if I wasn't a personal trainer now and health coach myself, if I had just said, oh, all right, I've lost the weight, and then I just let go and did not stay on top of things, I could easily get back to where I was. And the problem with that is, at my age especially, this will be a really cool question I'm going to hit you with, this one. I'm going to send the first one who can tell me the correct answer to this, I'm going to send a free signed copy, hardback, of the book. I will send you, I will sign it on the inside cover. I'll sign it there. I'll put your name on it and anything else you want me to put on it. And I'll send it to whatever address that you give me. But here's the question. This year I'm going to be the same age as the year I was born. I'll say it again. This year, 2018, I'm going to be the same age as the year that I was born. So the first person to email me at pushingdoublenickels@yahoo.com or put it on a note, contact note on my website, Personal Training with Brad. First one, and I'll check the timestamps. First one to get the answer correct and send it to me. Or if you put it up on here real quick, first person to answer it on here, if you get it, then that book is going out to you. And I'll make sure I get it out this week for whoever wins. So the question again is, I'm going to be the same age this year as the year I was born. So figure out your math skills. I don't think that's going to be too hard to figure out, especially if you currently have a copy of my book, Pushing Double Nickels, that I wrote as I was getting ready to turn 55. Get Pushing Double Nickels. I thought it was pretty darn cute myself anyway. Anyhow, so hit me up with some questions, you guys. I'm getting ready to tell you how to achieve SMART goals. You ready for this? A Trump moment. But mine's with diet grape juice. Yummy. And no, it's not spiked. All right, so I want to talk to you when you're doing goal setting. And this should be true on any time you're setting a goal. Hang on. Any questions? Did I see a question pop up? Come on, you guys, hit me with one. Fan me. I'm trying to build a base this year as well. I will be doing public speaking events. I plan on doing a public speaking event in Costa Rica in April. I will come and speak to any organization or group that would like to have me anywhere here in Southern California. If you want to fly me anywhere else, I'm more than willing to go. The bottom line is I have no problem getting up and talking to groups about how to become healthy or how to stay healthy or how to get healthy. My goal as a health coach is to coach as many people as possible. So, like I say, I'm now open for business on Skype. If you're here in SoCal, you can come see me in person. Personaltrainingwithbrad.com. Personaltrainingwithbrad.com. So, goal setting, resolutions for this year. When you want to set a goal, one that you're actually going to achieve and one that you're going to stick with, you want to make what's called a SMART goal. So if you're setting a resolution, and let's pick losing weight. 200 million Americans out of 330 million of us need to accomplish that. It's my specialty. Like I say, if I can walk off 110 pounds over 13 years, although I've pretty much been at weight for the past 3-4 years, but if I can walk off my weight naturally, I can help you do it. This old couch potato, if I can figure out how to do it, I can help others. That's the reason I got trained and certified as a personal trainer and, more importantly, health coach. The ACE certified health coach, again, we are fully HIPAA compliant. So anything you share with me, I don't care if we're Skyping, on the phone, messages, any correspondence, any paperwork you fill out, it all goes into a private file. Lips closed, lips sealed. I talk to nobody. So a lot of my clients are in a position, they're very overweight, some of them, and they are not going to be walking into a health club looking for help. Believe me, that is just not a comfortable situation. Having been there, I understand. At 252 pounds and 44, 46 waist size at that time, it's about 32 now, it was not comfortable for me. And I fully understand how that feels. So, like I say, smoking I'll help you quit for free. I'll help you lose weight, but more importantly, before we even talk about losing weight, we're going to have a big discussion on diet. And you'll fill out a 1-week diet diary for me. So I know everything you ate, how much you ate, what time you ate it, why you ate it, what you were thinking at the time, if you ate it alone or if you ate it out with somebody, if you ate it at home or out. And I want to know a very detailed food diary for 1 week. And I'm also going to have an activity diary that goes along with it. So Monday through Sunday. On that Monday, I want to know everything that went into your body. I don't care if it was a food, a beverage. I don't care if you went to Starbucks and got a latte. I want to know what went into your body, the amount, how much you consumed. Was it a packaged good? Was it something you made at home? Was it something you ate in a restaurant? I want the details. And very important, I want to know why you ate it. Did you eat it because you were hungry? Or did you eat it for some other reason? And believe me, there's plenty of them out there. As a health coach, I've heard lots of different reasons. So, and then the activity part, because not only do I want to know what went in your body, that's going to tell me the calories, because we can sit down and figure out generally the amount of calories associated with that. I'm also going to want to know what activities you did on that day. We're going to have an entire week, so we're going to look at everything you ate each day, every activity that you did. I don't care if you don't do any exercise at all right now. There's many of us out there that don't. I still want to know, did you go shopping? Did you walk the dog? I want to know anything you did other than just sitting around watching the tube. So at the end of that 1 week, I go over all of that with my client and we figure out, all right, do you have a negative energy balance or do you have a positive energy balance? At the end of the day, because that is going to make the difference in whether or not you're gaining weight or you're losing weight. A positive energy balance simply means that you have consumed more calories that day than you burned. And for every 3,500 calories that you consume that you don't burn, that turns into 1 pound of fat. Real easy numbers. The math is simple on this. Let's take a person who weighs 200 pounds, right? The average 200-pound person, just for their daily autonomic functions, their heart beating, their breathing, the calories that you burn just by existing, that's about 1,900 calories for a 200-pound person. So anything less than that, they'll be losing weight. Anything more than that, they'll be gaining weight. That's just for somebody who's already at weight, 200 pounds. They want to stay at 200 pounds. They don't want to go any higher, don't go any lower. That's where they are. If they're absolutely sedentary and they eat no more than 1,900 calories, they're not going to lose or gain weight either way. The objective is to figure out, do you have a negative energy balance or a positive energy balance at the end of your day, at the end of your week, at the end of your month, at the end of your year? And yeah, you can figure all of that out pretty easily. Like I say, my food diary that I have my clients fill out for 1 week, some of them continue using it. And they'll give it to me every week and say, have a look, what do you think? Because eventually they're going to start making the choices and the changes with my coaching and my help. That will get them to the point where they are going to have a negative energy balance at the end of the day. My goal is to create a healthy living plan, an HLP, something that, one, you're going to enjoy doing. If there's exercise or activity that you enjoy, that's what we've got to find. That's what's going to make you stick to your goals. And we're going to hit SMART goals in about 2 seconds. the objective is to find something that you like to do activity-wise that you're going to stick with. Got it? For me, I already knew power walking, now called Zen walking. Power walking for me is it. 6 days a week, I do 4 miles a day at about 4 miles an hour. I'm putting in 24 miles a week. Power walking. Right? That's my form. And for me, I'm rocking. Yeah, I got my headset on and I'm rocking. And I'm a singer, so I'm out there crooning. In fact, I've had some of my neighbors over the years go, "Oh, we love it. Just go ahead and sing." It's cute, little old ladies especially. But you got to find something you like to do, something that you're going to stick with. I don't care what it is. To stay at weight, if you're already at weight, 30 minutes of minimum intensity exercise, 5 times a week, 150 minutes a week. If you want to lose weight, you need to double that. Or if you're over 50, you need to double that. 1 hour of minimum intensity exercise. 1 hour, 5 times a week. So that's 5 hours a week dedicated to exercise. And remember, the formula for being healthy is still 75% what you eat, 25% what you do. So what's going in your body, your diet, your nutrition is going to be the key, obviously. But at the same time, you cannot ignore that 25%. Now, as far as the diet, there's some awesome resources out there that I use. ChooseMyPlate.gov. ChooseMyPlate.gov. It's the CDC website that shows you what the current nutrition guidelines are. Very simple. Vegetables and fruit are half your plate. Grains and meat are the other half with a bit of dairy. And of course, minimum amounts of meat, especially red meat. So you want to have more grains than meat on that side, and more vegetables and fruit on that side. And you want to make that plate as colorful as possible. Just think colors when you're eating. I want to see greens. I want to see reds. I want to see yellows. I want to see the colors that you get in vegetables and fruits. Packaged goods tend to be a very bad thing. And there's one really, really bad ingredient I've been complaining about for years. In fact, on my Pushing Double Nickels Facebook page, I think I've put some pretty specific things over the years on there about palm oil or palm kernel oil. Here's your challenge for the day, you guys. Go to your pantry. Take every package that's in there and look at the ingredients and see how many things that you have palm oil in it, or palm kernel oil, or anything partially hydrogenated. Throw it away. Margarine. I quit eating margarine years ago. It's all palm oil. Now, palm oil is 84% saturated fat. That's the stuff that builds up on your artery walls and causes arterial sclerosis. Arterial sclerosis and CAD, coronary arterial disease, the leading cause of death in America. The leading cause of death. And one of the most preventable. Right now, 2 of the things that are killing us the most are also 2 of the most preventable. Smoking. 45 million Americans still smoke cigarettes. And as a former 31-year cigarette smoker, I understand, especially when somebody got in my face and said, you can't smoke or you need to quit. Anytime somebody gets you in your face and says you have to do something, you're obviously going to push back. But when they hit me with the type 2 diabetes, when the doc said, well, you have type 2 diabetes, you need to make some changes. 252 pounds at that time and 31 years as a smoker, I had to make changes, or lose some fingers, toes, etc., etc. So now I help everybody else do what I already did. And that gives me a major advantage over every other personal trainer and every other health coach, because I've been there. I've done that. If you're heavy and you need to lose weight, I understand where you're at. If you're a cigarette smoker and you're ready to quit, I can help you. And I'm helping the smokers quit for free. Any of your friends. Now remember, you have to be ready up here. You've got to be ready in here. I don't care how good a personal trainer I am, and I can fall back on my Marine Corps boot camp training and turn into my own DI if I have to. But I can yell at you till I'm blue in the face, but I'm still not going to motivate you to quit smoking. That's something you got to do yourself. Same thing with losing weight. Yeah, I can get on your butt and I can stay on your butt and you can pay me $35 an hour to chase you down and make sure that you're doing what you got to do to lose weight. But for me to be successful, I want to make you your personal trainer. I want you to be your own health coach. I know I've succeeded in my job when you don't need me anymore. And I know that doesn't sound right, but it's true. Now, my goal is to turn my clients into their own personal trainer, their own health coach. Yeah, I'm always available if they need me after that. But for me, my successful clients are the ones who've lost the weight, they've hit their goals. The numbers that they talk about with their doctor, their annual physical, everything from their BMI, their A1C, their cholesterol, their blood pressure, all their numbers are good. They know what their resting heart rate is. They have daily, weekly, monthly, annual goals for their health. These are the people that I've succeeded, the ones that don't need me anymore. All right, you guys, hit me up with some questions. I'm waiting. As a certified personal trainer, and more importantly, a certified health coach, I have the knowledge to do this stuff. More importantly, I've already been there, and I've done it myself. And that, I think, is even more valuable than anything else. I'm taking clients on Skype, so you can Skype with me. You want to lose weight, get in shape, do my 1-week dietary plan, diary with me. It's fun. I make it fun. But the thing is, if you're going to do the food diary with me, don't change your habits. Don't start suddenly eating rice cakes when you never had them before. If you're not real with me, if you hit McDonald's a couple times a week, if you're not real with me, then how can I help you? You've got to be honest. I need to know, how did you get to where you're at now? How did you put on the weight you have? Is it because diet, all diet? Or do you exercise your butt off, but you just eat too much so that you have a positive energy balance at the end of the day instead of a negative energy balance? Nobody comes to me in the exact same place. Everybody comes to me in a different place. So I have to create a personal custom plan for every person. This isn't a plug it in, generic kind of thing. So for me, personal training is just that. It's very personal, and it's got to be based on what your needs are, what your goals are. Especially if you've been one of those people that are either hit with type 2 diabetes or you're right on the verge. You're one of the 70 million Americans out there right now who has pre-diabetes. And believe me, that's nothing to mess with. But the good news about being pre-diabetic is you can get off that list. Like I said, 10%. All you can do is to take 10% off of the body weight you have now, and that is going to make a huge difference in your endocrine system. That's going to take a huge amount of pressure off your pancreas, the amount of insulin that you're trying to create to counteract the blood sugars in your system. It's going to help with your heart. If you're overweight or you're heavy, that puts a lot of pressure on your heart. Recently, a young lady in the news passed away from a heart condition, a heart attack, at age 27. Now, yes, there are some people that can happen to, but I happen to know at the same time she was already dealing with heart issues because she was overweight. She was heavyset. There's absolutely no reason that you have to go through life being heavy. If you have issues that the doctor says, all right, yours are hormonal, yours are glandular, yeah, there's a small percentage out there who don't have any control over that. But 99% of you out there who are overweight, you have the ability to make those changes. If I can do it, I guarantee that you can do it. If your New Year's resolution is to lose weight, then let's make sure that you've done it smartly, that you've set a goal that you're going to be able to achieve. The most famous thing about New Year's resolutions is by the end of the month of January, most of them have been forgotten, been let go. People do not always stick to their New Year's resolutions, to put it mildly. So let's talk SMART goals, and then I'm going to have to run because I have got other things I need to accomplish today. But I will be back online tomorrow. I will try to be online as close to 11 a.m. as possible. I want to get as much time in and help you guys live. I love the interactive, especially if you hit me with some questions, you guys. I can sit here and talk at you all day long, but I really would like to answer some questions if you can hit me up with some. You guys are too easy on me today. All right, well, I'm going to talk SMART goals with you first, and I'm getting my little butt moving and get my day going. If you haven't fanned me yet, I'd really appreciate it. I am trying to build a base this year. Call me your most personal trainer, if you will. So, goal setting. If you're going to be setting goals this year, you have New Year's resolutions. Let's say you're going to be, you want to lose weight. That's your goal for 2018. And there's a lot of you out there that want to do that. In fact, I've already had a couple folks hit me up on personal training with Brad. In fact, if you hit me up and sign up on personal training with Brad and you put in the notes YouNow, you'll get your first hour for free. So just go to personal training with Brad. Just put in the notes, you know, when you sign up with me, put in the notes YouNow, and you'll get an hour for free, personal training or health coaching. SMART goals. So before I run today, let's review what SMART goals are, because these are important for you guys. If you're going to set a resolution to lose weight, for instance, let's do it smartly. Let's make it attainable. A SMART goal is very specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's relevant, and it's time-bound. That's a SMART goal. So let's be specific. Let's say that you're 250 pounds, and your personal trainer, me, said, let's shoot to lose 10%. Let's lose 10%. Let's take that 250, that's where I was at my heaviest, a little over, down to 225. 10%. Who knows? If I'd have done that in the right amount of time prior to all my symptoms hitting me, I might have saved myself from going into full-blown diabetes. Maybe, maybe not. But 70 million of you out there have pre-diabetes right now. So I guarantee you, there's some of you out there that are absolutely, you're low-hanging fruit. You can save yourself from having to go on permanent diabetes medication like me. And there was a whole year I had to literally shoot myself in the stomach every day. No, one was once a day, and another one was once a week. But either way, you want to avoid this at all costs. You don't need to be taking metformin or Invokana, which are the two I take for my diabetes. If you can lose 10%, so let's say that's the goal. You're 250, you want to get down to 225 initially just to start. Like I said, I went from 252 and my weight right now is 142. So that's 110 pounds for me. My BMI was 38 and it's now 21, 22. So if I can do it, believe me, you can do it. But setting a SMART goal, 250 pounds, you want to lose 10%, 25 pounds. That's pretty specific. Is it measurable? Yeah. Am I going to be able to know if I get down to 225 pounds at the end of this goal? Yes. Is it attainable? Well, that all depends. If you plan on losing that weight in a week or even 1 month, then I say no. You need to be a little more slow in the process. I usually recommend no more than a pound or two per week when you're trying to lose weight. One, you want to make sure you're not losing muscle mass in the same time. We'll talk about working resistance training into cardio as well for keeping muscle mass. We'll do that on another day. But it's got to be measurable. So you're going to know at the end of that goal, all right, is it attainable? Right? It all depends on how much time you're going to build into it. So we'll get to that at the end. Is it relevant? Well, you want to be healthier. You want to lose weight. I'd say taking 25 pounds off your 10% of your body weight, I'd say that's pretty relevant. And is it time bound? It has to be time bound. And that's the key. Let's say you want to do 2 pounds a week. All right. So in a month, that's 8 pounds. In 3 months, that's 24 pounds. So if your goal is 25 pounds, that gives you, I would say, a 4-month time frame. I would say 16 weeks. That gives you plenty of time to lose a pound or two a week over that 4-month period and hit that 25-pound weight loss goal, that 10%. And believe me, that 10% is going to make a huge difference in the amount of energy you've got, in the amount of insulin your pancreas has to create to take care of those blood sugars. It's going to help with the blood pressure. It's going to help with the heart. 10% alone is going to be good. And it's going to show you can do it. And that's the key. when you have a goal, you want to attain that goal. There's nothing that feels better than attaining a goal. So if you're going to have a goal, make it a smart goal. One that you know that you can attain. One that you're going to stick with. All right? So again, a SMART goal. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So the goal here is to lose 10% of your weight, and we're taking just a 250-pound person. They want to take off 10% down to 225 pounds. They've put 4 months as the goal, 16 weeks, which is plenty of time. That's if they did 2 pounds a week, that would be 32 pounds, which is even more. So that gives them a whole buffer. They got a whole 7-pound buffer there. For some weeks, they may lose 1 pound. Some weeks, they may lose no pounds. Other weeks, they may bump all the way up to 3 or 4 pounds. Bottom line is, I recommend as a health coach and personal trainer, not more than a couple pounds a week. Long-term change is what you're looking for. Long-term lifestyle change. You don't want to do short-term fixes. You don't want to do diet fads. You don't want to sign up for all of these commercials you see on television to buy their, equipment. There's nothing that cracks me up more than seeing a piece of exercise equipment sitting in someone's house while I'm over there to help them try and lose weight. It's just treadmill sitting in the corner, the stepper in the garage. I mean, the best of intentions are always come with buying these things, but unless you use them, it's really, don't waste your money. But, like I say, the objective, especially when it comes to that 25%, because again, being healthy, 75% of your diet, and 25% activity. So that 75% of diet is important, but so is that 25% activity. If your diet is good, right, sure, you can maintain a weight just by the amount of calories you eat. But you're not building up any muscle mass. And remember, the human body's got around 620 muscles. Every single one of them needs to be exercised. All of them. You don't exercise a muscle. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. It will atrophy. I don't care what muscle it is. And yes, it does become a little more difficult as you get older. It's not as easy for me now to build muscle as it was maybe in my 20s or 30s. That's just general the way things go. We are all fighting entropy and atrophy. That's built into nature. It's built into the universe. In fact, don't try to be perfect or please everybody. This universe was born imperfect. In fact, we wouldn't even be here if it hadn't been for just the slight difference between matter and antimatter. Had the universe been born completely balanced, it would have immediately annihilated itself, as happens all the time. So just remember, the universe is born imperfect. So being imperfect is part of who we are. You're perfect just the way you are, but you can always make improvements. And the goal as we age is to continue making improvements. To me, learning is a lifelong event. From the time you come out of the womb or even before, all the way up until the day you take your last breath, you should be learning. You should be growing. Attitude has a lot to do with it. For me, and a chapter I put in my book, Pushing Devil Nickels, there are big advantages of being an optimist. I think I just titled it The Advantages of Being an Optimist, or The Advantages of Optimism. But thinking the glass is half full rather than the glass is half empty, that should be a step that everybody can take. Because truly, happiness starts internally. Happiness starts right up here and right in here. All the little things that you can do that make yourself happy. Now, I don't care if it's... Here, you want to see one of the things that makes me really happy? This one. Look at this. Now, wouldn't it be nice if we all behaved this way? You want attention? You just go up, you just go up to whoever it is you want attention from. You just roll over on your back, all 4 legs in the air, like, pet me. Wouldn't that be nice if we could all do that? That's one of the things that makes me happy. I've been doing animal rescue, small dog rescue for many, many years. All my animals are rescues. I have a very great affinity for closing all the animal shelters, especially the kill shelters. But let's not start that. That's another day entirely, talking about our responsibility as pet parents and pet owners. All right, well, I'm going to get rolling, you guys. I have got stuff I've got to get done today. I have goals to accomplish. Anybody have any questions before I run? Yeah, let me put on my old man glasses here. Make sure if anybody has a question, I can answer it or address it before I get going. Hey, Sal, how's it going? And remember, you guys, do me a favor and fan me on here. I am trying to build up my fan base on here. And anybody that's looking to quit smoking this year, I'm helping them do it for free. All you got to do is go over to the Personal Training with Brad website. Again, that's Personal Training with Brad. And I will help you quit smoking for free this year. Otherwise, you guys, I want you to have a healthy, happy day. Anybody going to hit me up with any questions before I get rolling? What time do it be now? Yeah, a little after 1, so I'm just a tad over my time today. But I've got things I've got to get accomplished today. Anybody have any questions you want to hit me with? Any comments, suggestions, ideas, theories? I will be back on tomorrow morning at 11 Pacific Standard Time. No, in fact, Wednesday. I think I'm coming on early tomorrow morning. I think I might be on as early as 9. I'll have to look at my calendar. But just keep an eye out. If you fan me, you'll get notified when I'm going live. And I'm going to be back on tomorrow again, talking about all the things that I like to talk about. Getting you healthy, helping you get healthy, helping animals stay healthy, helping us keep a healthy attitude, being optimistic, and generally improving the life of not only yourself but everybody around you. Remember, when you're healthy, you can help others be healthy. If I can help make you your own personal trainer, then you can do the same thing for your family. We're all in this together. And yeah, you can pay me as a personal trainer and help me pay my bills and keep the roof over my head and help me do my animal rescue work. But at the same time, if I can train you enough to make you your own personal trainer, where you can stay on your own butt, I can make you your own health coach, as it were, so that you don't need me anymore, then that's where I succeed. That's where I know I've done my job. So, anybody who wants to get a hard copy, win a hard copy, if you can guess, and this is it before I run, if you can guess, I'm going to be the same age as the year I was born, this year. My birthday coming up here in April. I'm going to be the same age as the year I was born. Okay? You can put it on here now before I run, or you can go ahead and send it to email pushingdoublenickels@yahoo.com. Hit me up on any of my social links. Or if you want to put it on my webpage, that's Personal Training with Brad. Personal Training with Brad. Pretty simple. Just guess. First one, and I'll check the timestamps. First one's going to win a hard copy. I'll sign the book, and I'll send it to whatever address you give me. I'll put any personal note in there you want. But just a fun little challenge. So just if you can guess how old I'm going to be, it's going to be the same age as the year I was born. Well, there's your clue. And the first one I get the correct answer, I'll announce it tomorrow. If I get someone today, I'll announce the name tomorrow, and we'll get that out to them. Anyhow, I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen in, and hopefully I've been a little bit helpful. Again, if you want to sign up to lose weight, if you want me to help you lose weight, I can certainly get that done. You want to get yourself in shape, you want to talk about just generally improving your overall attitude, I can help with that as well. In fact, you can look at Pushing Double Nickels on Amazon. The first 30, 40 pages you can read for free, which includes the table of contents. There's 80 chapters in there. Pick a topic. You want me to come on and talk about a specific topic that I cover in the book? Pick it. Just let me know what you want covered. I'm pretty much a Renaissance kind of guy, so I cover an awful lot of things. Having been around almost 60 years, you get to learn a couple things. So, and again, I know you're out there. I know you want to lose weight. I can help. So reach out. Seriously, the sooner the better. If I wished I had done something sooner than age 45. I spent 25 years making myself unhealthy, and only the last 13 trying to get back into healthy. And of course, I've done permanent damage. I hope I can help you before you do any permanent damage. Prediabetes is nothing to mess with, you guys. Neither is being overweight or obese. And I was all of those. So, anyhow, I appreciate your time. I hopefully see you again. Please fan me so when I'm back on tomorrow, you'll know I'm here. And I think I'm going to start tomorrow off with stretching, a little calisthenics and warm-up. So if you want to get online with me right away and you want to get in a little bit of stretching and exercising before we start our discussion tomorrow, I'm all for it. Anyhow, pop down here and we'll check one more time, you guys. Questions, comments, theories, postulations. Anything you want to talk about, hit me. You're like 69. Well, no. Nice try, though. Your math is just a little bit off, Niels. But yeah, good try. At least you had the chutzpah to guess. You know, you're very, very close, though. I mean, you got one of the numbers right anyway. Anyhow, so the first person, email me at pushingdoublenickels@yahoo.com or hit my personal trainer page, Personal Training with Brad. And whoever gets the answer right, I will send them a hard copy of my book signed. And next year, the book coming out, All Dogs Cry. We're going to be talking about taking care of dogs and have a whole discussion on dogs here coming up here pretty soon. In the meantime, I really appreciate your time, you guys. If anybody has a chance, capture a moment here and there now and then, just so I can scare myself when I go back online and look at them. Have a great day, you guys. Remember, if you sit for a living, or if you sit a lot, please get up every 30 minutes and stretch. Do your lower back a favor. Take care, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Same bat channel, same bat station. Ciao.